Hey friends, what's up? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crissanna. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're an oldie, welcome back. So today I have a super exciting video. I'm going to be playing with the Morphe times Nikita Dragun eyeshadow palette. This is what she looks like inside. Another thing I absolutely love, you guys, is there is names on every single shadow, which I absolutely love. So I did kind of do a look with this eyeshadow palette. It turned out like shit, so I'm going to give it another go, you guys. I just really wasn't liking how it was turning out my eyes, so I took it completely off. I've got my lids primed, and we're going to try this again. But I do want to point out this shade right here. This is called Metamorphosis. It kind of looks like a blue and purple. Now that I've swatched it, it doesn't so much, but I wanted to swatch this on my hand and show you guys because it's absolutely gorgeous. Can't really see it that much, but I absolutely love that shade. I definitely want to use that on the lid. But like I said, you guys, I already tried to film this video once and I really just did not like how the eye look came out. So I'm going to start over again. So I'm first going to grab this shade called MTF. It's kind of like a neutral shade. And I'm going to take this JH32 brush. Actually, let me get you guys all zoomed in and close so you can see everything that I'm doing. So I'm going to grab this shade. I'm going to start blending this all around my crease area. I feel like this is a nice cool tone of brown, nice transition shade. So I'm going to go in with this shade ABG, this purple shade right here. And for that, I'm going to take a Morphe M456 brush. I'm just going to start lightly blending this all through my crease. Pretty much just going right over that neutral tone shade that we put on the lid. Then I'm going to go in and deepen it up with a deeper purple, and this one's called Mama Dragun. For this, I'm just going to use a small blending brush by Morphe. I'm just going to start rotating this along the outer V. I don't really know how I feel about this shade. I feel like it gets really patchy, and the pigment kind of sucks as well. Like, I feel like it's taking a lot of like me dipping into the palette to get that full pigment of that deep purple. So now I'm going to take this bright pink shade called Nikita. I'm just going to take, once again, that JH32 brush. I'm just going to softly start blending that up around those purple shades. Alright guys, so I think I'm going to go in with some shimmer now. I think I definitely want to use that Metamorphosis, can't say it, the Metamorphosis shade, this one right here. And literally just feeling them with my fingers, they feel really dry. So I'm going to grab this Morphe M124 brush. It's just a flat brush. See how they apply. Definitely feels a lot more creamy on the lid than it did with my finger. So I'm going to go back in with that Mama Dragun shade, the deeper purple. Just darken up that outer V a little bit. You guys, I really don't know how I'm feeling about the Metamorphosis shade. I might actually layer over top it with something else because I just don't really like it. So I'm going to go ahead and layer over it with this shade called Full Fantasy. Guys, I don't know. So far, I'm like really not liking this palette at all. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't like it. So now I definitely like the Full Fantasy shade better than the Metamorphosis. Like a lot better. So right now what I'm just doing is I'm grabbing the Mama Dragun shade, that purple shade, the deep purple. I'm just going all up around that Full Fantasy shade. Alright guys, so as for right now, we are done with the top of the lids. My thoughts on this palette, as for right now, I'm really not liking it. I feel like with the purple shade, it took forever to like build the color and then it didn't want to blend out. I feel like it looks really muddy, but I'm going to go get some false lashes and stuff on it, and that'll be right back. And then we will talk more about the palette and I'll give you my final thoughts, and then we'll do the bottom waterline as well. Alright guys, I went ahead and popped some lashes on. So what I'm feeling about this palette so far is I don't know if it's the palette or if it's personally me, if I just like suck at doing makeup today or what it is, but I really didn't like the look. I put the lashes on and it does look a little bit better. I noticed that with like the shimmery shade that I put on, when I turn different ways, it kind of reflects, which is very cool. Do I feel like this is the standard of Morphe palettes? No, because everything I've tried from Morphe, mainly their eyeshadow palettes, have been really, really good. So it's a little disappointing to see shadows not blending out, to be super patchy. Because I mean, I don't want to say I hate it yet, because now that I got the lashes and stuff on, it does look a little bit better. So now for the bottom waterline, I think I want to do blue. So I'm going to take this shade called Raisin Again. And I'm going to take a Morphe M410 brush, a nice flat brush. I'm going to start getting this right as close to that lower lash line as I can. Then I'm going to take this green shade called She Go. I'm going to use this JH39 brush. It's a small petite blending brush. I'm just going to go ahead and smoke that right under that blue shade. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some black liner. This one's by NYX. And then for mascara, I'm going to use the Maybelline The Falsies Lash Lift Mascara. And then for lips, I'm going to use this lip gloss by Wet n Wild. This is in the shade Fearless. Okay, guys, and there is the finished look. I will give you a close-up and then we'll talk more about the palette. Okay, guys, so my final thoughts in this palette, I would probably give it a 6 out of 10 stars. Just for the fact that, like I was saying earlier, I felt like the purple really didn't blend. And then before I did this look, I did a whole nother look and I felt like it turned out like shit. I don't know, maybe it's just me playing with color. Maybe it's the palette. I really don't know what it is, you guys. But for $30, I feel like I could get better shades for a better price. I'm not saying if, you know, don't go out and buy this palette. If you love the colors, if you love Nikita, buy yourself this palette. It's worth it if you love her and you love those colors. But like I said, again, I am going to play around with this some more. The next video I do is going to be 2 looks in one. I'm going to do 1 look on this side and then 1 look on the other eye. And then I'll be able to really tell how good the palette is at that point. So, yeah, as of right now, I would give it 6 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought about this look. If you liked it, if you didn't like it. I actually ended up liking how it came together. When I put the false lashes on, I feel like that really made a difference. I feel like the eye looks just so naked and bare without false lashes on. But I definitely did like this shade, Full Fantasy. I really did like that. So before we get off here, I will do some swatches for you guys. So let's go ahead and swatch Katana. It's kind of like this purpley shimmery shade. Ooh, it's very, very pretty. It's kind of like purple shade. Let's go ahead and swatch this one called Matrix down in the corner. I love this one. Oh, very, very like powdery. Okay, so this is a glitter. Let me see how I can do this. Oh my god, super shiny, super sparkly, super pretty. I'm really just curious in this palette as to how the shimmers perform. Let's go ahead and swatch this silver one. This one is called Kyborg. This one right here. Now this one actually feels very, very buttery. This is almost like a metallic shade instead of being a shimmer. I really like that shade, super pretty. And I'll do one more swatch and I'll swatch this pink shade. This is called Estrogen. Let's go ahead and give this one a swatch. This one also feels buttery. Kind of like a shade that's not really there, but it's there a little bit. But yeah, guys, I think that is just about it for this palette. If you do want to see like a full video on just swatches, let me know down in the comments below and I will definitely do that. But overall, you guys, I don't really hate it. I mean, now that I keep looking at it, I'm actually liking it a little better. I don't know what was wrong with me 20 minutes ago. Maybe I was just feeling weird about myself. Maybe I was just feeling weird about the look. But it's like starting to grow on me and I'm actually liking it a little bit better. All I can say with this is just make sure you're blending, make sure you're trying to pack. I've noticed that some of the colors are a little bit more pigmented than the others. Some are a little bit more drying than the others. I mean, all just depends. It definitely doesn't have the same consistency throughout all these shades. At least I feel that way. But guys, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And thanks so much for tuning in and I'll see you in my next video.